Hello and welcome back to the tutorial. In this video, I want to use the data frame we've created in the previous video to show you a few more interesting operations. For example, one might want to return the data frame in a specific order of a specific variable. For example, if we want to return the data frame in an ascending manner of the order of the genre of the songs in the data frame, we can call this order function and pass it to the row argument of our subsetting operator. This will return all the columns since we have not specified anything in the column section, and will order our data frame in an ascending manner of the genre. In this case, this is just an alphabetic order. We can also order by multiple variables at the same time. So for example, if we first want to order by the genre, and then by the number of streams in a descending manner, we can add a minus in the beginning, and then add the variable name that is the number of streams. So in this case, we first order by the genre, and then if there is a tie, as here with the dance music, we get those observations in a descending manner of number of streams. Another useful operation is the head command, which just returns the first couple of rows in a data frame. This is very useful just to get a quick overview of what the variables look like. Tail does exactly the same thing, but instead of returning the first couple of rows, it returns the last couple of rows. The names command returns a vector of the variable names, and the str command returns the structure of a data frame. Notice that this is very similar to what we get here in our global environment if we expand it. The nrow command returns the number of rows in a data frame, the the number of columns in a data frame, and dim both of those. ls is a very useful command to return just all the objects that are associated with a specific structure. So in this case, it's just the variable names again. In order to access a single variable in a data frame, we can also use this dollar operator. So music data as the data frame name, dollar, and then the name of the variable. This will return all the values in this variable. In order to add a new variable to our data set, for example here the log of the streams, we can use the same kind of dollar operator, but specify here a new name in order not to overwrite another variable that's already in our data frame, and just assign it a new variable or some new data. So as we can see now, we have a 7th variable in our music data frame, and we have the log streams here as our last variable. Sometimes it's also useful to just get a variable of observation number, kind of to see where we are in our data frame, and we can just add another variable using the same operation and just call 1, 2 with the colon here and nrow music data. This creates a vector of 1, 2, 3 to whatever the number of rows in our data frame is. As you can see now, we have 8 variables, and the ops number here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, calling head gives us an overview of which variables we have and what they look like. We can now also delete a variable from our data frame by calling this subset operation, and then select minus and either a vector or just a single name of variable to delete this variable from the data frame. We overwrite our data frame with this subset. So again, now we have 7 variables, and calling head, we see that we have deleted this log streams that we still had up here from our data frame. In order to rename a variable, we can use the plier package. In order to load the package, we call library plier, which we have to install beforehand. And then we call this rename function on our data frame as the first input, and then just specify a vector of current name equal, and then what the name of this variable should be. And again, we overwrite our music data frame in order to make those changes permanent. You can see now we have renamed the genre and the release date variables in our data frame. And if we return now, we have those new variable names under the same variable as before. Thank you very much for watching. This is it for the tutorial.